Bruh. Oh. Welcome into the rinks and Hauppauge, Long Island, where freshman action about to get underway. We got two matchups coming your way from the freshman level, but first, you have the top-rated 18-1 East Islip Hockey Club going up against the 14th-rated 18-1 Pat Med Raiders. Should be a good matchup here. Great season there for East Islip. They're coming into their last game of the season. It's also Patchogue Medford's last game of the season here before we start playoff season for EI. Looking to get another win on the board, but for Pat Med, it's been a tough season. Again, no wins in the win column for them, but they're still playing for something. They can play spoiler and take it to EI here in the last game of the season and try to play them tough. Last time out, EI played KPC, Kings Park Comac, and what was an offensive onslaught. They beat them 8-4. KPC's 3 of their goals came in that third period against the lower level lines. But action between the East Islip Hockey Club and the Patchogue Medford Raiders coming up soon. You're listening to Suffolk County High School Hockey League action here on the Long Island Sports Network. We have a great night of hockey coming your way. Don't go anywhere. And with the national anthem concluded here, both teams talking over final strategies at their benches before we get the final regular season matchup of the season. Again, for East Islip, we talk about it, how it's been dominant season for them. Have to go back to the second game of the season for them for their only loss, which was on September 27th against Smithtown Hauppauge, where they lost that game 4-2. And since then, they've just taken over the season, and they've been focused, and both teams come in now to the face-off circle as we look to get this matchup underway. And EI hopes to carry this momentum, too, that they've had into the playoffs as Luke Pluck goes back. Now here comes Pat Med right off the face-off, has an opportunity, and they put it in the net. 10 seconds into the first period, the Pat Med Raiders take a 1-0 lead. Well, I probably was not expecting that, as Noah Young with that first goal opportunity right there for Pat Med. And they would love some more of that here against the top-rated East Islip Hockey Club. And here he comes again right off the faceoff, trying to take it all the way to the goal, and he gets tied up on the boards there with an EI defender. Now puck ricochets on the near side board. Players trying to fight for it. And now racing after it again is Young. Far side, trapped against two players. EI finally pokes it out. Now they come up the other way. Pass ahead, trying to get it to Evan Connors. Now he skates in, tries to flick one towards the net, but it goes up and toward the other side of the ice. Now it's poked forward. Here comes EI again, puck loose. Racing after it is Young. He has it trapped against the bar near his own bench. And now EI comes away with it and they'll reset. Pass up to Connors. Racing in, trying to go the other way. Now passes it across the ice, trying to get it there to Bentrowitz. Puck loose. EI scoops it up just over the blue line. Defense. Puck trickles in right in front of the net with an opportunity there. Rory Straw, but he misses the wide open goal. Fired on net. Corralled there by Peter Murator. Go back to the face-off circle. That was Andrew Lemaire who fired it on net. Now skating in, pass down low, in, and that's going to be an EI goal. And we're all knotted up at one. EI strikes, gets their goal right back. Now it's all tied up at one. Go back to the face-off circle. That goal came really easy. They worked their way inside, able to get it in towards Murator and flicked it right up over his head on into net. Now puck's loose again. EI looking to strike. Walsh brings it over, passes it left. Shot on goal, goes wide of the net. That was Blashchuk who tried to put it on goal. Couldn't connect there with the goalie. Now puck's loose near the Raiders bench, poking around. Both teams trying to come away with it. Now was Lazarino had it, trying to pass it across to Blashchuk. Now Barbarito passes it up. Pass to center. One-timer opportunity. Gets through the legs of Murator, and that's going to be a goal. After that first quick goal opportunity by Pat Med, it's been all EI since then. They kind of got punched in the mouth. And now they're taking full control of this one here, and they lead 2-0. 2-1. Right there. Goal by Miles Mazzarone. Now puck far side. Ruff gets caught in the fray. Puck still loose. EI coming on the attack again. They bring it up past the blue line. Poked away. Shot on goal. Kicked there by Murator, and he traps it with the glove. Another good offensive push there by EI. Comes up empty. Off the slap shot. Murator able to track that one down. Now, big tanglement on the other end. Blashchuk trying to push it. Passes it all the way over to Kearney. He couldn't handle it. Now puck is on the near side. Skipping all the way down towards the EI's own end. Racing after it. But now puck's up against the board. Lemaire chasing after it. But Kearney going to go over, and he gets crushed into the boards. Now on the stick of Penny. Penny gets knocked in. Now puck still loose. Bouncing in between players' skates. Neither team finally can come up with it, and now finally EI making an offensive push. There's Blashchuk with it. He's making his way in towards the net, has it poked towards the board. Now it's loose again, and then the Raiders trying to get it loose, and Pereira making his way, trying to pokes it loose in the end, and now EI gets the puck back. Connors has it in the neutral zone, working his way from left to right, all the way now towards the Raiders bench. Works his way back in, back out now. He's going to look to pass it towards the center, finds Bentrowitz, who had an opportunity to get the puck on net there. couldn't really get good control of it, so he had to spin around and gets a weak shot corralled there by Murator. And goal for EI is Anthony Ford, number 30. And now it skips all the way back out to Benchowitz. Benchowitz trying to pass in front of the net. They get it! Looked like it ricocheted off the post, but again, controlled by Benchowitz off the rebound. Now Connors controls it, looking to pass it. Dumps it off there to Barbarito, who's being hounded on the boards, gets shoved in there, loses it, and it's poked away by Patmed. Now working his way in, shot, but loses it off his stick. That was Lazzarino, who is working his way in. Now wraparound opportunity. He passes it back out in front, trying to get it to Benchowitz, but he has the puck poked away. Now the Raiders still trying to get it loose. They can't do so. EI working their way in towards the net. They give it up. Now the Raiders trying to make a push coming the other way. They have it quickly stifled out as Patrick Penny was working his way up the ice, but they get control back of the puck. Working near side on the boards, trying to bring it up the left wing. That is Panisia. Panisia getting hounded on the boards, finally gets crushed into the boards, passes it in front of the net, can't find anybody. Penny was making a play on it, but couldn't handle the puck. Now bringing it up is Walsh. Passes it all the way across the ice, skating in. Blashchuk has it poked away from behind. Can't get a good shot, but still controls it. Back out to Blashchuk. And a shot on goal goes wide. That was fired on. Lemire put that on net. Now puck's all the way on the other end. Going to control it, Penny. Penny has it, again, being hounded from behind. And has it finally poked away. Now here comes Patma trying to make another push. But Facino couldn't handle the push. Now Penny from behind, trying to pass it in front of the net, trying to get it to Walsh. Pass too far ahead for him, though. And now Lemaire has it stuck on the boards, being hounded by two Raiders defenders. Walsh has it, goes in for the slap shot, bounces in towards net. Now it's loose in front. The Raiders have it, and Penny will clear it out into the neutral zone, but EI still has it. Trying to get it up to Mazaron there, but now puck neck all the way back, and that's going to be icing. EI still leads 2-1. A lot of chaos here in the fray, but Patmed still in this. Scored that early goal 10 seconds in to the first period, but then EI scored two unanswered of their own. And Patmed hasn't really been able to control the puck since then. And EI's just controlled the puck in their own offensive zone for the majority of this first period. Blashchuk tries to get a shot. Can't control the puck, no. Now bounces back into the neutral zone. They pass it back to Barbarito. Tries to give it up there to Kearney. Kearney just stumps it back into the defensive zone of the Raiders. Now pass right in front. Murator positioned perfectly there, but EI almost had a free opportunity right in front of the net. Now skating up with it is Pereira. He lost it, and he just dumps it into the zone. Offensive zone. Now puck changing hands in the neutral zone. Neither team can control it, and here comes Young with it, working his way up towards the net, but gets a little too eager. So it's going to be offsides. And the puck will go to the far side dot near EI's bench. .8:39 left to play in this first period. Passes it up to Kearney. Kearney not paying attention, has it swiped away, but knocked right into one of his teammates. But they get it right back to Kearney, working his way in. He has a free shot here, working his way in, tries to pass it back there, trying to get it to Van Steen, but goes past his stick. But EI still has it. Wraparound opportunity. Blashchuk gets it to Kearney. Kearney's shot is deflected off of Mistretta. EI trying to work their way back in front of the puck, trying to get a Kearney. Rebound, Kearney, shots, top corner, barred down, goes in. Kyle Kearney with a goal and a snipe out in front of the goal of Murator. Murator really had no chance there as Kearney barred down goal for him. Now EI leads 3-1 here in the first period. Again, controlling it. EI controls it off the faceoff, immediately making a push towards the net. Off the pad of Murator, skating in was Patchogue for the rebound. Can't get to it in time, though. And now the puck just skips all the way down to EI's end. Racing for it. Fasano trying to control it, hasn't knocked away. Pass back up to Kearney. He just scored EI's latest goal. Now pass to Vanstein, gets knocked off of his puck. He couldn't control the pass. Now racing toward it, Clark circles around, passing it up to Kearney, but the pass goes too far ahead of him. But racing in was Straub, but he skates too far ahead of the puck. Now dumped in back behind the net of Ford. And EI trying to make another push, but intercepted. Penny trying to intercept the puck there. Can't get a cure. Handle of it. Now racing up was Connors, but he hasn't knocked away. Puck far side, racing in. Connors works his way around one-on-one with Murator, but Murator with the good defense there, able to stop Connors from getting it past him. Seven minutes, 5 seconds left to go in this first period of play. Again, it's been all EI since that first PatMed goal. Again, quickly trying to race in. Connors had it stolen off his stick. Now they pass it ahead, trying to get it to Pereira, but Pereira can't handle the pass, and it skips all the way to Ford, and he'll just pass it all the way up to his teammate in Connors. Now Connors racing with the puck over the blue line. Works his way in wide. Now he'll just circle back around, looking inside, and pass it. Dumps it off to Lemaire, but the puck gets away from his stick, but he somehow controls it still. Lemaire has it poked away. Getting sandwiched in between that board. PatMed comes away with it, but quickly stolen away again there by Straub. But now making a run with it is Maestretta. Again, quickly has it stolen away. Raiders can't really get any time with the puck. EI hounding them on defense. Connors goes in, working against Maestretta, and he'll shove him right into the board, and Maestretta loses the puck. Ricochets all the way out back in front of Murator, but controlling it now for the Raiders. Harper burst to speed up the right wing, fires a hard shot but goes really wide, and now it'll ricochet all the way back out to Young, who has it poked behind him. Now here comes Fowler up the other end, trying to get it all the way up to Mazaron, but pass too hard for him. Puck stuck up against the near side, now changing hands, still up against the board, neither team coming away with it. Trying to get it is Mazaron. He has it knocked away, dumped off behind him. Going to greet the puck is Young for the Raiders. Trying to pass it up ahead, deflected off an EI stick and right back into an EI player. That's Lazzarino. Passes it ahead right there, trying to get it to Kearney, and Kearney's shot goes wide. Up top with it. Lazzarino passes all the way back outside to Barbarito. Shot goes on net, but snagged by the glove of his Murator. But EI hounding that puck, getting in really close to the crease, and that's been so successful. They're able to out-hustle PatMed up to this point. Puck hits the ground, we'll resume play. Quick slap shot right there by Mazaron, but kicked away by Murator. Now back up top with it, controlling it. Lazzarino trying to find someone to pass it to, dumps it off right there to Barbarito. He'll just push it up ahead. Skating in his way, pass across, shot on goal again over the head of Murator, and EI scores yet another one. And it's for an answer to put them ahead by 3. They lead 4-1 here in the first. And goal scored there by Christian Fowler. The puck ricochets near side board. No icing there. Racing after it is Patchogue. Clark on his heels. Now the puck will play roulette on the outside. Keeping it in the zone was Doherty. But now here comes EI. Racing up with it. Kearney. Shot! Ricochets off the glove of Murator, but EI gets it off the rebound. Vanstein has it, passes it to Lemire. He'll get a shot. Rebound there. Vanstein gets it, controls it, being hounded on the net by Miss Maestretta. And now that's going to cause a tripping penalty off the Raiders. Clark dumps it in, gives it right to Maestretta. And that's going to be a penalty and a 2-minute minor for tripping against the Raiders. Let's see who it's on. It's going to be on William Maestretta for the first penalty of the game so far. .404 left to play now. EI with the man-up advantage for the next 2 minutes, looking to add to their lead. So refs trying to settle things out. Puck hits the ice. Immediately back into EI. Kearney shot on goal. Excuse me. Fowler's shot on goal. That was 61, not 91. And again, another goal for EI, and they lead this game 5-1. And it's been an offensive onslaught here by East Islip. They lead 5-1 in the opening period. And Patchogue Medford has had no answer. They scored the first goal of the game. But since then, 5 unanswered from this EI squad, and you can tell why. They've only lost 1 game all season. They just race after the puck. And a pass, arid pass, right off the stick of a Raiders player there. That was off the stick of Facino, who had it right in his own end. But now racing up. EI, shot on goal, ricochets off player's sticks, goes high and off the backboard. Now a ricochet all the way back up top into the neutral zone. Racing after it there was Benchowitz, but has it stolen away. Racing, Panacea passes it across the ice, trying to get it to Facino there. Pass too far ahead from him. Now back up top, Harper. Again, puck will play roulette on the outside. Now getting it, hounding the puck. Lazzarino has it, eyes up, pass it all the way up ahead to Connors. Connors up the right wing. Tries to dangle on one leg and shoot it in, has it knocked away though. And Lemaire kicks it quickly right back for EI, racing up for it, but Harper will get to it first, and it'll ricochet all the way on the outside of the board and come near side and find the stick of Cagliano. Cagliano has it stolen by Connors. He's working his way in. Shot goes by the glove of Murator, and it's another EI goal. And they lead 6-1. And a tough game here from Pat Man, and it looks like they had a little bit of juice to start this one. They scored the first goal of the game, 10 seconds in, but they can't really get it off faceoffs. They can't control the puck. EI just hounding them. Now here comes Connors again, weaving his way through the defense, trying to wrap it around Murator, but he kicks it away. Good moves there by Connor. Murator able to stifle his attempt. Now out to greet it is Clark in his own defensive zone. Tries to pass it up ahead, get it to Connors. Connors will push it up ahead, but it finds the Raiders. Raiders trying to get it into their own zone. That was Young with it. And now the puck back behind the net of Ford. Lemire has it, shovels it back behind him. And now it's up against the board. EI finally racing away with it. But the Raiders, off their stick, finally get it, and the puck skips all the way to the other end. And Clark out there to get it for EI, and he'll let it carry him around the outside. And the puck hops up into the air, and it'll go out of play. There's a minute 37 left to play in this one. Again, your score, East Islip 6, Patchogue Medford 1. Puck ricochets around the outside, gets stuck on the board. Back into the neutral zone, and Maestretta will kick it all the way back out, and Ford will come out of goal to dump it off. Miscommunication there. He comes out of goal. Nobody in net. Patchogue racing, desperately racing for the puck, but won't get a shot on goal with him as Young puts one on the net. One-timer opportunity missed there. Now it goes back up top near the board. Now here comes Young trying to get after the loose puck. Knocks it back to himself, weaving his way around all these defenders. Trying to get it in near. In front of the crease, goes past Ford. Out, shot goes wide. EI gets control. Panacea has it, gets crushed into the board against the EI side. Now Maestretta trying to get it up there to Ansa. Can't. Now the puck will just glide its way all the way over to Murator. He'll trap it and he'll ice it. He'll ice the puck with 40 seconds left to go in this period. As this game has already gotten out of hand here early. 5-goal deficit. EI leads 6-1. 40 seconds left to go. Puck hits the ground. Soft wrister towards Murator. No play on it, though. Puck ricochets out towards Lemire. Trying to keep it alive, Anza. Harper has it now, working up the left side. Dumps it, trying to get it ahead there quickly to Penny. Penny can't control it. Dumps back-offs into the defensive zone for the Raiders, and James Penny goes over to greet it. Now racing up the right wing, bring it all the way back out towards the top was Vanstein. Has it knocked away, changing hands quickly. Clearly has it, shovel passes it on the backhand, trying to get it to Connors. Now Connors gets stuck up against the board, tries to poke it back behind him, still stuck on the board. Lemire there fighting in the fray, but before any team can do anything, time will expire here in the first. And this one already a bit out of hand as East Islip leads 6-1 over the Patchogue Medford Raiders. But we'll be back in just about a minute to bring you second period action. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on the Long Island Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. And we welcome you back into the rinks here. The matchup between the Medford Raiders and the East Islip Hockey Club. They switch sides. Now East Islip going left to right, and Patchogue Medford going from right to left. EI in their black jerseys and the Raiders in their white jerseys with the red piping. Ref finally drops the puck in second period, gets underway here, and quickly EI making quick work here as Blaschuk working his way in, shot kicked away there by Maturo. EI trying to clear it, but hits off the skates of Blaschuk. Now racing up the other end is Facino up the left wing. He'll quickly fire towards Ford. Puck bounces back behind the net, but quickly in there was Lazzarino to control it. Patman steals it right back, trying to get it desperately into that net, but Ford acting like as a wall. Shot goes wide there. They can shovel it back in towards the net, but too many EI defenders there. Blaschuk bringing up the left wing. Skating after it, Kearney, but he'll let Blaschuk corral it, wrap around. Gets it back up top and passes it right to Facino. Now Facino desperately, quickly working up the left wing, puts it on net and trying to race after it, trying to get his own ricochet. Ford comes out of net and quick guides it to a teammate. EI controls it. Puck all the way up there to Doherty. He can't control it, has it stolen away by Kearney. We'll let it glide all the way to the other end, Pat Med, and now the puck playing roulette on the outside of the wall. EI will come get it. Connors has it. Now he gets pushed up into the board, but he'll dump back off to Lemire, who let it carry him around the outside, racing after it. Young, he gets it, but too many EI defenders there. He somehow still has control of it, but now Clark finally gets the puck back, racing towards the near side board, up the right wing. Now sees a teammate, passes it to Connors. Connors, breakaway opportunity. Now tries to pass it in front of the crease. but deflected there by a Raiders defender. Puck behind the net, poked away. Racing after it, Pereira trying to keep it in. Trying to bring it the other way. Straub has it, tries to pass it, gets a weak shot there in towards Murator. And time will stop as Murator traps the puck. And a quick shot there by EI. We go back to the face-off circle. Goes back out up top towards Barbarito. Tries to pass it down low, but stolen by the Raiders. That was Ansa on the steal. Now quickly stolen back by EI, racing up the left wing. Trying to pass it to himself, gets cut off there by Harper, and Harper will go to meet the puck. Passes it off the board, gets it up there to Young. Young gets hounded by too many EI players. And now Straub has it, circling all the way back around the other end. Now Lemaire with it, keeping his eyes up. Now fakes out the pass, being hounded on defense, dumps it to the other end of the ice. Now working towards it there, 2 players. Now it's on the board, working on it is Connors. Connors pokes it all the way up to himself. He races up past the blue line. Now tries to work his way back in front of the center. Straub, shot, weak shot, goes wide, ricochets back behind the net, and now a bunch of jerseys flying to race after it. Bounce pass off the board. Pereira has it, working his way behind his own net, tries to dump it off or clear it, but passes it right to EI. Now Young has it in the neutral zone. He grabs a loose puck, trying to work his way past Lemaire. Can't do it. Lemaire shoves him over. Clark with it, passes it up ahead there to Fowler. Fowler across the ice there, trying to get it to Mazzarone. Mazzarone racing after the puck. Has it in front of the net, and it gets past Murator for the 7th EI goal of the game. What a play there. As he races Patmet. Another shot quick on the other end. Backdoor opportunity there. Trying to get it to Mazzarone. But good defense by Murator. Able to glide his legs over and stretch out to keep it from going behind him. Mazzarone has it behind the net. Keeps his eyes up. Skating around. Trying to find an angle. Has it knocked away there. Kayla Anza has it, pokes it away, and now the Raiders have it in the neutral zone. Pass up ahead, past the blue line. That was Tyler Anza who has it. Now the puck stuck against the board. Ricochets out top towards the blue line. Quick fire there by Maestretta, but can't get it on net. Now Mazzarone has it, passed, bounces off his stick, going to control it now for the Raiders, Doherty. Stolen away, though, in front of the net there by Clark on the far side. That's Mazzarone working his way in. Pass there. Walsh, back door. Now the puck is loose, and it's finally glided in, and it's another EI goal. (8-1) EI lead here in the second. Now I go quickly back to the face-off circle. Goal scored there by Miles Mazzarone. Murator was forced to come out of the crease to try to corral that puck, couldn't. Mazzarone basically put it in an open net. As working over there was Blashchuk, dumps it off behind him. And now Penny has it, and a big hit there as Michael Cagliano took a big spill onto the ice. Bring it over, Blashchuk, and he gets tied up there with Penny. He takes a twirl, but Kearney there to control it. Now back in front of the crease, puck ricochets all the way into Murator's glove, and he'll trap it. We'll go back to the face-off circle. Now loose puck in front. Blashchuk working his way in. Shot goes high and wide, but ricochets all the way back out. Barbarito, he tries to put a shot on goal. That goes wide, but right there, Blashchuk to get it back. He has it behind the net, dumps it off in front, trying to get it to Kearney. Kearney shot off the post, and now Barbarito going. He uses physical play. Puck still alive, loose in the neutral zone, but going to get it there was Lazzarino. Puck behind the net, back up top. Shot, quick wrister, bounces up to the mask of Murator, able to keep his eyes on it and traps the puck in his glove. That puck took a skip and a hop and hopped all the way up into the face mask of Murator, but he was unfazed and saw that puck all the way in and located right out in front of him and trapped it with that glove of his. Puck ricochets back out. Now it's a lot of bodies racing after it on the far board. Now it's loose up top towards the blue line. Controlled by EI, knocked down there by the Raiders. Clark has it. Sneaking his way in. Pass all the way across the ice. Eyes up, passes in, bounces off his skate. Now controlled by the Raiders going the other way, but quickly from behind with the defense was Straub. Now Connors dumps it back off, trying to get it to Straub, but Straub now racing in, has it in front of the net, working his way in. Shot kicked away by Murator, back up top. Shot again in the body of a Raiders defender, and now trying to work her way with the puck was Ansa. Now Straub controlling it across the ice. Gives it up there to Lemaire. Now working his way in. Shot! Save, punched away there. Shot of Connors. Doesn't get past Murator. Now loose puck, racing after it, Clark. But EI, again, not giving up control of that puck. A big reason why they have this 7-goal lead here in the second period, with just under 7.5 left to go. Straub working his way in towards the goal. He'll circle back around, but has it stolen and knocked away. But puck knocked back in towards the blue line. Racing in is Harper for the Raiders. Now keeping it in the offensive zone was Benchowitz for EI, but it's going to be a line change, and the Raiders have an opportunity to make an offensive push here. Harper with the puck, Maestretta with it. Has it stolen away. Working his way in on the right side is Walsh. He comes in, and now Maestretta with the defense from behind, poked it away. So many bodies in front, and Fowler trying to shoot it. Finally does, but he shoots it very wide, and the Raiders able to clear it. Racing after it here, Lazzarino, who gives it to Barbarito, and Barbarito circling around towards the far side. Trying to pass it all the way up to Mazzarone, and now racing in was the Raiders, and that was Thomas Panicia. Couldn't get a strong shot, try to backhand it in. Harper has it up top, reaches forward, but Ford kicks it away. Ricochets all the way to the board. EI trying to clear it, finally finds the stick of Fowler. Mazzarone working his way in now, jumps it off behind him, and now works his way back to Fowler. Fowler trying to pass it over there to Mazzarone. Mazzarone has it, working his way in towards Murator, but he's bringing it back out top. One-timer opportunity goes wide for EI. Now back up to Lazzarone. Shot deflected off of Murator's glove. Here's Lemaire with it, gets it off the rebound, off the far side board. Works his way back behind the net, being hounded back by defense by Penny. Now they're fighting for it. With it, Fowler. Fowler stops, but loses the puck, taken away by Harper. Harper working his way, passes it all the way up there to Facino. Facino across the blue line now. Stops, takes a pause, and it'll ricochet out around the back end, but no Raider players there. Clark controls it for EI. He'll take a spin. Working on defense on his heels was Ansa, and now the puck is in now by near Ford. Pass all the way up top towards Fowler, but he'll just dump it off into the Raiders zone. Racing after it, Penny. 5 minutes left to play. Young bringing it up the left wing. He has the only goal for Patchogue. Medford here tonight scored it in the first 10 seconds of the first period, but since then, Pat Med has really had not many opportunities. Bringing it up. Here comes Kearney. He's taking an angle, was racing up nears towards the goal, but he'll take a stick to the skate. Aggressive defense there from the Patchogue Medford Raiders, trying to keep it from getting out of hand, but that's going to draw a tripping penalty. As Kearney was racing his way towards Murator, would have had another good opportunity to get a goal. But again, aggressive defense there by Patchogue Medford. He takes a spill. Puck goes wide, Med. Lemire has it. Moving the puck, lets it carry him around the outside. East Islip with a power play for the next 2 minutes. Dumped off behind. Clark goes to reach it. Clark, eyes up. Pass across to Lemire. Lemire just patiently waiting to do something with it. Ricochets off the legs of Young. It goes wide. Ignores the EI bench, and a huge tie up there. Kearney races in, and that's going to be a goal as the puck goes over the glove of Murator in the 9th goal for EI here tonight, as their offensive onslaught continues here into the second period. 9-1, East Islip leads over the Pat Med Raiders with 4 minutes, 18 seconds left to be played in the second period. A good snipe there by Kearney. It's a penalty, a tripping penalty, excuse me, was a holding penalty committed by Tyler Anza of Pat Med. Well, that would be a power play goal there from East Islip as Barbarito goes to get the puck, but we're going to get a quick foul. Ref talking to a Pat Med player. Excuse me, it's an East Islip player. Looks like he's talking to Rory Straub, who's going to go into the box. EI committed a penalty. And now, on the other end, Patchogue Medford with a power play opportunity, their first of the night. Now puck ricochets all the way out past into the neutral zone. Going to locate it and control it is Maestretta for the Raiders. Working his way up the left wing, being hounded by Connors and Benchowitz from behind. Now Connors comes away with it, tries to split the two Raiders defenders. Breakaway opportunity for him. Tries to get it around Murator, but Murator races over, cuts down the angle, and stops the puck. Minute 38 left on this Pat Med power play, but EI almost with a man down goal right there by Evan Connors, who is streaking towards the net. Murator with a great job to cut down that angle. Didn't give Connors much room to operate there. Puck stuck up against the board. Now Connors racing after it. On his heels, tries to pass it in front of the net. Puck goes wide, though. And now it's loose into the neutral zone. Tracking it down, Lazzarino. Now racing after it from behind, Benchowitz. But Harper's right there to let it ricochet around the outside all the way up to Cagliano. But Cagliano has his pockets picked by Lemire, and Lemire controls it on the boards. Working his way around, Harper gets shoved into the boards but maintains control of the puck. Now knocks it in front of the crease. Harper right there to get it out into the neutral zone, but Connors right there to control it for East Islip. And that penalty, that EI penalty was on Rory Straub for tripping. 2-minute minor, but just under a minute. Well, 40 seconds left on that power play opportunity for the Raiders. They haven't really been able to get a shot on net, though, this entire man-up advantage opportunity. Connors has it between his legs on the board. Now working his way back to the center of the ice, brings it up. Burst of speed for Connors. And he gets past the defense of the Raiders. Fires it on net. Bounces all the way back out to Ansa. Now with it, Doherty. Doherty racing his way in. Has it knocked away, but gets all the way back out there to Kayla Ansa. And Kayla Ansa tied up on the board. Coming away with it, Mazzarone passes it all the way up there to Walsh. Walsh has his pockets picked by Harper. Harper has to be careful. Walsh was right on his back, but he able to bring it over the blue line. Dumps it off behind the red line, but Clark able to go control it and gets pushed up against the wall by Harper. And Harper gets shoved there by Mazzarone as a pushing contest. As Harper went to go pick on the smaller Clark. Mazzarone going in to defend his teammate. Went back in and gave a big shove to Harper, and Harper took a huge hard fall to the ice there. Sometimes when you mess the ball, you're going to get the horns, and Brendan Harper was right there to meet those horns in the form. Mazzarone. Puck goes out past the blue line. Penny frustrated. Has to reset. Tries to get it back to Penny, but it's off the stick of Fowler. And now trying to make a push there is Young. Now puck on the outside near the EI bench. Trying to come away with it. Young has it stolen again. Puck still loose on the boards there. EI has it. Connors with it. Excuse me, that was Fowler who had it. Now Lazzarino passes it all the way back to Fowler. Fowler let it ricochet around the outside, but there to greet it, Thomas Panicia. Puck skips all the way across the ice, finds Young. Young loses the puck as he gets tied up with a defender. Looks like he got tied up with Barbarito. Now Walsh has it, circles all the way back around. Pass all the way across the ice to Lazzarino. Lazzarino, burst of speed. Racing in, fires it, trying to go back up to the corner. Fires it too hard. Walsh has it, gives it back down to Fowler. Fowler, eyes up, works his way around the ref, trying to crawl his way in towards the net, loses the puck, and now it gets stuck up against the board. Raiders able, trying to pass it up there to Pereira. It goes right through his stick. And a huge hit against the boards. These two players fight away from the play. That was Ansa. Took a huge hit to Lazzarino. Lazzarino comes in on Ansa. And it hits Ansa in the neutral zone. If you couldn't see the play away, there was history to that right there. Tyler Ansa got tied up with Lazzarino earlier away from the play. Shoved Lazzarino into the board, and Lazzarino didn't like that. And Lazzarino, much taller than Ansa right there, and as Ansa went to go get the puck, Lazzarino came out of nowhere and took advantage of his size against Ansa with a huge hit on Tyler Ansa there in the neutral zone. Things getting chippy here. East Islip has two players into the penalty box, but one of those players, Miles Mazzarone, has 19 seconds left on his power play. Cleared there by Van Steen. But it won't matter. Period number 2 comes to an end, and East Islip with more goals. So they take the lead 9-1 here at the end of the second period, as they scored 3 more goals in this second period to take that 9-1 lead. But don't go anywhere. You're listening to Suffolk County High School Hockey League action here on the Long Island Sports Network. Third period action coming your way. Welcome back to this one. Third period action about to start between East Islip and Patchogue Medford Raiders, but it's been a one-sided affair here as EI leads this one by an 8-goal lead, leading 9-1 over the Raiders. Again, the Raiders' lone goal came in the first 10 seconds of this contest by Noah Young. It's been 9 unanswered goals from East Islip. Kearney controls it off the faceoff. Not looking to do too much with the puck. Harper controls it off the carom around the outside. Passing it up to Panisia. Tries to kiss all the way into the center. Puck goes loose. Harper tracks it down. Passes it up to Cagliano off the board, but Kearney in to intercept it. Works his way all the way around the outside. Fires one towards Murator, but it goes wide. Now Harper tries to pass it, but goes after the legs of Kearney. And now Blashchuk races towards it and greets it on the board. Pass in front of the net to Kearney. Kearney again, now EI just trying to play keep away. Kearney being hounded from behind by Harper. Harper finally steals the puck, trying to pass it up there to Cagliano. Cagliano can't control the pass though. But Harper right there to greet the puck yet again. Trying to pass it up to Cagliano again off the board, but EI just right there to hound the puck. Just out skating this Patchogue Medford team. EI just trying to let this game, this clock come down. Again, last game before playoffs start for EI. Shot on goal there. Ricochets off the backboard, but kept in to the defensive zone. Patchogue Medford trying to salvage something here. Trying to get a couple more goals in this game. Harper passes to his left. Gets it up there to Mistretta. Mistretta fires one from center ice. Finds the legs of Ford. Ford keeps it alive. Mistretta has it. Neutral zone. Stolen there by Lemaire. Lemaire challenging Young up against the board. Now coming away with it off the board is Anza. Anza shoots one in towards the net. On Ford, but right to the center of his body. Ford stops that one from going through into the net. Well, we got 12:59 left to go, and with the big difference, we're going to have a running clock here for the rest of the game, which means clock doesn't stop at all in this third period. Shot on goal, ricochets off of EI sticks in through the fray, so it ends up being a weak skip. Ford just traps it underneath his glove. So we got 12:25 left and counting. Puck behind the net of Ford. Lemire has it, tries to pass it up ahead, trying to get it to Vanstein there. Kept alive, and Doherty has it, tries to fire it. Reek Rister kicked away there by Ford. Now it ricochets all the way back up top to Anza, but Anza lets the puck get past them, but dumps it off behind him to Young. Young gets pickpocketed there, somehow keeps his balance with the puck. Fires it, Rister towards the net. Corralled there with the glove of Ford. EI leads 9-1. Now puck far side. Passed up ahead. Vanstein goes to get it. Now passed up there to Benchowitz. Benchowitz can't control it. Now with it, Penny. Penny dumps it off behind him, goes all the way out to the other side to Patrick Penny. And right there, Anza working on defense. Racing up the other end to end. Now they get it to Bersowitz. Bersowitz fires over the head of Murator. Puck stuck against the ice, up against the board, changing hands. Finally, EI comes away with it, working his way in towards the net. Up top, back to Barbarito. He fires one right into the glove of Peter Murator, though. Again, clock doesn't stop. Continuous running clock. Now to East Islip up to the 9-goal mark here in the third period. So it's going to be a true 15 minutes played here in this third period. quick shot then towards Murator. Murator stopping it again. But again, East Islip stands atop the freshman standings. In second place is Kings Park Comac, who just played East Islip on Monday, and East Islip got an easy win, 8-4. Trying to get it in towards the net, trying to get it up there to Mazzarone. Mazzarone couldn't handle it on the back door. Walsh dumps it off back behind it. Racing after it is Mazzarone up against the Raiders defenders. Now puck still stuck against the ice, now skips away and finds its way towards the blue line. Walsh keeps it in his zone, but Harper right there to meet the loose puck. Now he'll just fire it up the ice and it'll go all the way down towards Ford. Ford calls for icing. That's exactly what we're going to get. So the puck's going to go travel all the way back across the ice and stay in front of Murator's net. But East Islip's lone game against KPC on Monday was KPC's last game, so their season's over. They're awaiting the finalized playoff bracket. But East Islip, with a lot of depth through their different programs, their freshman team, their developmental team was also the top seeded at their level, but was upset by Consequence Sayville in the first round. As Blashchuk controls it, working his way behind his own net, pauses, stops, passes it up to Walsh. So he passed it up to Benchowitz. Now puck racing in was Walsh, but out-muscled there. Now Kearney controls the puck, passes it up to Blashchuk. Blashchuk ranking up the left wing. Trying to work his way in towards the net now, just toying with that Raiders defense. Passing, trying to get it to Kearney, knocked away by Walsh. Lemire controls it in the neutral zone, fires it towards Murator, but goes wide. Finds Maestretta, who's working his way behind Murator. Knocks it off the sideboards into the stick of Benchowitz, passes it towards the center of the crease, but controlling it, Doherty for PatMed. Now Doherty just waiting around, tries to clear it, but right into the stick of Clark. Now Blashchuk has it, but stolen by Doherty. Doherty racing up into the neutral zone, up the left wing. Hounded there by Clark. Clark pokes it away, tries to get it, passes it right back to Doherty. He passes it right in front of the net. Shot punched away there by Ford and cleared by EI. Trying to get up to Thomas Panacea, who is set up right in front of Ford. But Ford with great reflexes there. Now working his way up with Straub, but Straub had the puck pickpocketed out of his stick. Pass up to Straub, but too wide of him. Now Murator comes out of net, hands the puck off to Parker, skating around. We've reached the final 7 minutes of regulation. Now puck stuck up against the boards, near side. Now bounces off the near side board. PatMed trying to pass it to themselves. Controlling it now is Pereira. Pereira trying to pass it up there. Couldn't find his teammate. Now racing with it. Straub up the right side. Has it knocked away behind it by Penny. Penny hustling him on the board, and Straub gets crushed there by 3 Raiders defenders. Barbarito has it. He'll just push it. Ricochets around the outside. Going to greet it. Harper. 6.5 minutes left to go. Harper tries to fling it up the ice to a teammate, but it bounces over his stick and ricochets all the way to the other end. Controlling it now, Mazzarone will just push it ahead, but Parker right there to greet the puck as it was on the stick of Fowler. Harper goes in. Shot on goal, bounces off the pads of Fords and goes out wide, back up near the circle. Now racing the other way into the neutral zone. Pass up to Straub, bounces off his stick. He has to race, dumps it back off to Fowler. Fowler looking up ahead, being pinned up against the board, but able to dump the puck. Now, Brenchowicz has it stolen. Going up the other way with it was Penny. Penny gets puck stolen from behind. Now Kayla Anza working up against the board. Now puck bouncing out around. Going to greet it is Fowler. Passes it to his right to Benchowitz. Benchowitz fires but hits off the legs of Penny. Now the puck is just bouncing around between players out there as it's stuck up against the board. Now finally, puck is loose. Pereira controls it, trying to get it to Harper. Wild pass though. Lemaire shoves it in his own end. Now Blashchuk, shot on goal, bounces off the mask of Murator, right back out to Blashchuk, dumps it, backhands it right back to Murator, who will trap the puck on the ice. Now we've reached the final 5 minutes of regulation. With this 9-1 deficit. Well, you still have one more game on the south side after this, so if you're a hockey fan, like watching high school hockey, you can stick around, as that's another matchup at the freshman level as the Ward Melville Patriots take on the Smithtown Hauppauge Bulls. So that's going to be offsides there. Against Benchowitz, takes it over the blue line a little bit too late. That should be a fun one to watch. More Ward Melville. 4-15 on the season. Smithtown Hauppauge 12-7. The Smithtown Hauppauge teams have had themselves a year as Walsh working his way in towards the net, gets tied up and does a pirouette and falls to the ice. Lemire with the slap shot goes over the head of Murator. Doherty trying to tack it down, working against Lemire. Lemire knocks it back to Benchowitz, who tries to get it in front to Walsh, and now a lazy slap shot towards Murator. Back in front, Walsh tries to dig it in towards the net. His shot goes wide, dumps it back off there to Blashchuk. Blashchuk working his way in, gives it to Walsh. Walsh's shot goes ricochets and bounces up off the glove of Murator. Back out top towards to Clark. Clark bumps it off the near board. Blashchuk goes to greet it. And now working in there, Kayla Onza trying to get away from Blashchuk. Back pass to Walsh, goes behind him. Now the puck is loose in front of the net. Now knocked away there by Walsh, and EI keeps control of it in their offensive zone. Walsh still working. Now Lemire has it. Now he tries to take action, working his way in, back around the net. Tries to dump it off in front of the crease, but Kayla Onza right there to stop that pass, getting to Blashchuk. Intercepted there again. 3 minutes and counting left to go. Huge hit against the board. Maestretta hits the back of Walsh. But now here come the Raiders racing up the other end. Doherty has it taken away, poked away from him. Clark with it. Circles all the way back around. Now comes up across center ice, up the right side, trying to pass it right there to Walsh, but miscommunication. Pass goes wide. Doherty has it. Gets knocked in between a couple of black jerseys. Dumped back off to Benchowitz. Benchowitz streaking towards the puck. Now back outside, Kearney gives it to Kearney. Kearney has it. Now one-timer opportunity there in front of the net for EI. Ricochets off, back into play off of Murator's glove. Vanstein shovels it inside the front. Kicked away there by Murator into Kearney, and Kearney puts it into the net for the 10th goal of the game for EI. And it's been a tough day here for Patchogue Medford. And their goalie, Peter Murator. Puck goes wide. Now it's just loose there. Sitting duck. Now Raiders finally poke it forward ahead. 10-1 again. That goal, goal scored there by Callan Kearney, who was just sitting on the back door. Murator never saw him standing there. Kicked it away right into Kearney, who put it right past him. Racing up, they get it to Kearney. Works his way in front of the net. Circle back around, puts one on the goal now with a quick wrister. Ricochets back out into play. Puck ricochets around the outside. Lazzarino working his way towards the net, being hounded on defense by Harper. Gets kicked to the board. Now ricochets out behind the net. Trying to greet it is Penny. Gives it up to Young. Young working his way back in. Works around an EI defender there. Worked around Kearney, but Kearney able to steal it back. Puck kicked away there by Penny. Now it's stuck on the blue line into the neutral zone. EI has it. Now they can just play keep away with the final minute left. Cagliano dumps it back off to Penny. Penny has it stolen, and here comes EI on the attack again. Up the right side, but it's going to be offsides, as Roy Vanstein was over the line before his teammate. But we have half a minute left to play, 30 seconds counting down. We'll go back to the face-off line. And this will pretty much do it, as it was all EI, all game, as they dominated the Patchogue Medford Raiders here tonight. And they will go end the season at 19-1 as the top seed in the freshman Suffolk County High School Hockey League playoffs. And with that, as the shot gets trapped under Anthony Ford's glove, time will expire, and that will bring an end to this one. Again, your final score here, East Islip 10, and the Patchogue Medford Raiders 1. East Islip will move to 19-1 on the season, ahead of the freshman league standings. And for the Patchogue Medford Raiders, their season will come to an end as they move to 19-1, sitting at 14th place. But we got one more matchup coming your way here between the Ward Melville Patriots and the Smithtown Hauppauge Bulls at the freshman level. So don't go anywhere. Stick around with us. I'm Michael Palumbo, bringing you all the action here tonight. But this game is over, and you're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on the Long Island Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. We got one more matchup here tonight.